Hey friends, welcome back to Vegan Empowerment. This tape is about one thing, giving you tools so that you control your activism. You don't need a group. You don't need to write checks to some welfare org. When you go to sleep tonight, I want you to know that you have the power in your hands to sit at your table and take action against an abuser. Take action for an animal that's in a cage. So let's start this then. Let me introduce the vegan online resistance. Right now in your community, an animal is being tortured, generally tortured to death, for one reason alone: profit. The people who are making money all have names, they all have addresses, they all do their dirty work during the day and go home in peace and anonymity to put their head down on their safe pillow. I think it's time we did something about that. We don't have to go to their door, but we should know where that door is, and you can find out while you sit back, sip a cup of coffee, and just tinker online a little bit. So let me give you some tools. I think they're fun tools. I think whenever you're empowered, it adds an element of excitement and a degree of enjoyment. It certainly does for me. I know that if an animal is being abused and I can't defend it by running interference between that animal and the person tormenting it, I enjoy that. So let me share with you a few tools. Okay, well, this is on the screen, so let me start from here. If you don't know who's doing what in your community, here's a pretty good way to find out. Let's say you live in Florida, okay? You don't know who's doing what. Let's say you're interested in finding out if anybody is harming dogs. Go over to this little text search box, type dog, comma, canine, and make sure you click the box or, okay? Then submit your query. Here you go. Everybody who's getting federal money, pay attention to this column. Everyone who's getting federal money to do some kind of research involving dogs. Now, they may be creating dog collars. We don't really know. But it's a pretty safe guess they're getting money to torture animals. See, here's a gentleman, Mark Lewis. I wanted to stay away from UF. Let's go here. Some place called Epigenics. Joseph Collard. Okay. Click on the experiment. Okay, here you go. I would absolutely encourage you to read and understand as much of this as possible. The abstract, but I'm not a scientist. I don't claim to be. Here's what I'm concerned with. This research will investigate therapies for the treatment of cocaine, seeking and taking behavior in animal models. Animal models of addiction. So, Mr. Collard, it appears, is addicting animals to cocaine. Lovely. And I just saw in here non-rodent species, non-human primates, our search criteria was dogs. So we have this gentleman, Joseph Collard. He's the project leader. Would you like to know where he lives? I would too. Okay, let's go over to... Oh no, it's under the camera. Okay, here's something really, really cool. I bought this link, I don't know, a few months ago. But if you ever want to find out where anyone lives in the UK or the US database is at least 70 to 95% accurate. So you want to go here again. This link, RoboCheck login, will be in the information under the video. Go to registration. Your username. Let's call, for today, make up your own, but I'm going to say Liberator. Type in a password. I don't want you to use this account, so I'm not telling you what password I'm using. And an email, abc@abc.com. Okay. Hit registration, and there you go. This is your database. Over here, you have the USA database. Over here, you have the UK database. SSN means Social Security Number. DOB means date of birth. We are not using this for that information, okay? You never want to pay more than $10 for that information, and I will show you how to find out everything you ever wanted to know in future videos. Right now, I just want you to get comfortable with this. So in the USA database, go to search, and why am I getting this screen? Oh, I'm getting this screen because it's your search screen. Okay, I'm trying not to get myself removed from YouTube. So let's do this. I'm not going to put in Joseph Collard's name, although it's kind of unique. So I'm suspecting you'll get very good results. Let me put in my own name. Camille Marino. I think most people know I live in Florida, right? Maybe you don't know what part of Florida. So that's all the information you know about me. Hit search. Now this is generally really, really fast. I have had this site take up to 2 days sometimes to generate results. Generally it's under 5 minutes. So let's just talk a little bit while we wait. And my results are usually really fast. You will get a choice of results. Okay, I just saw a prompt. You'll get a choice of results. For me, what you're going to see is that there are 18 results. You know I'm not 24. You know I'm not 89. So I'm generally going to be in a birth date area that is around 50. In fact, my birth date on here is wrong. It says 1961. But look, if it's in your area, once you get a choice of addresses, you can simply drive over there one morning and wait. You can drive over there and knock on the door, say you're lost, see who answers the door, see if it is your abuser's address. Oh, it's taking long. Before it took 30 seconds and my information was up. But we'll wait. Once you have his address, his or her, let's not discriminate, You have an abuser's name. You have their address. What are you going to do with it? Well, in future videos, I'll show you how to find the addresses of their neighbors. Maybe you want to contact their neighbors. Maybe you want to drive by and take pictures of their house. Maybe you want to create a website and put online exactly who they are, what they're doing. Maybe you want to watch them for a while. Again, I'm trying not to get thrown off of YouTube. We'll come back to this when my results come up. And of course, it's taking a while right now. It'll show you there are 18 results. What else can you do? I saw this and I want to share it with you. This was going around on Facebook. Anybody can do this. Somebody in London decided to go shopping, well, to buy business cards, put the face of a victim on them with a little message. My name's Chloe. I wanted to live, and your personal choice killed me. Don't buy it. Obviously, it's in some kind of meat package. There's no reason anyone can't, and it's in the news. I mean, maybe we'll ruin somebody's day. Maybe we'll make somebody think. You know, what's to stop you from doing a little activism every time you go shopping? There's a lot to be said for truth in labeling. And this wound up in the paper. Once it's in the paper, publicity is the lifeblood of any effective campaign. Now, absolutely, this is not a campaign. It's an isolated action. But if you have 100 isolated actions or 1,000 isolated actions, then it becomes a cohesive movement to really create change. I think Max just put on my TV. Anyway, let's go back and see if my results have come up yet. Oh, let's get into RoboCheck. And I can't because I promise you this will... I will hopefully get a lot better at this as time goes by. I can't get back to my RoboCheck. You don't need to see all of this. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I apologize. We're still waiting. Play with this. Today, it came up in 30 seconds. And where there are 18 results for me, if you use somebody with a distinct name, not as common as mine, like one of my favorite UF vivisectors, Raymond Joseph Bergeron. He's actually retired now, okay? We know he lives in Florida, and we know he lives in Gainesville because UF is in Gainesville, and you need to be close to your victims. I really hope I can demonstrate that only one result will pop up for him, but let's talk about Raymond for a second. He retired in 2016, and 7 of his victims were released to a sanctuary. Now, I am grateful those animals are getting a second chance at life. Here we go. His came up rather quickly. Okay, I'm not going to press on that, but as soon as you see this green highlighted link, click on it, and you will get an output of information with everything you need to know. My personal addresses go back 30 years. Okay, back to Raymond Bergeron. Waiting for a vivisector to retire and then thanking him for releasing his victims is not an optimal form of activism. What we want to do is actively stop them. We want to disrupt their lives. We want to make it kind of uncomfortable for them to keep torturing animals. So there's some fun tools I want you to play with. The next video, hopefully in about a week, we'll expand on this. We've got lots and lots of ideas. Just because you don't have a group doesn't mean, if you don't have a group, what it means is that every other possibility is available to you. So, any questions, ideas, thoughts, please leave them in the comments. Have a great week, and happy hunting.